it's Alex and Kristian here for the Fitter Body Ladies podcast. And we are here today because we wanted to discuss a 100,000 step challenge that we completed.
Yeah.
Now, we thought that what we would do on this podcast is have a little bit of a reflection over the 100,000 step challenge, how it went, what we probably would have done differently if we were going to do it again. We are not going to do it again.
No.
We're definitely not going to do it again. What we enjoyed, if at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what we're kind of suffering with now as a result of what really was a very intense 24 hours. So also, thank you for listening. And, you know, I hope the last few weeks have been really interesting. We obviously had Alan, the last podcast, talking about chiropractic treatment. And I hope that was useful to everybody. It's interesting to hear about what people deem alternative therapies. And so let's crack on and talk about the challenge. So let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah. How did this challenge come about? Let's put the blame on you quickly.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take the blame.
How did you come about this challenge?
Okay, I don't even know how I saw it on TikTok.
So TikTok. That's what you saw it.
Basically, I saw it on TikTok, and I thought, oh, I can do that.
Perfect. Cool.
Like, I can walk 20,000 steps in a day.
Was it just like some random person on TikTok? Was just
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't even know what came up, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting.
Okay, so you saw
and then I saw like quite a few people doing it, and then the ones that looked the most interesting were people who were like walking somewhere a bit more interesting. And so, how long ago? It's not that long ago, was it?
No.
Like a couple of weeks ago. I just came in.
A week before, maybe.
Yeah, I just came in and was like, right, I want to do this 100,000 step challenge in a day. Kristian, we're going to do this.
Yeah, so you thought, I'll drag him along.
Yeah.
He'll do it. He's a sucker for this.
Yeah. He'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you said it, and I was like, okay. Like,
it doesn't actually sound,
like,
does it?
When you say it, like just 100,000 steps. I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's walking. Like,
yeah.
I do that every
like,
day.
and also you're thinking, I can do 15,000 easy in a day.
Yeah.
Going to work.
Yeah. So,
Like,
in my head, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it a go.
Absolutely. No planning. Didn't even think about it. Didn't think what like the distance that was, how long that really is. You know, just a day. It's a day. Do it in a day. You can rest when you want. There's no, you've got to do it in a certain, you've got 24 hours to do it. You could start at midnight, you could finish at midnight, or you could start at 5 and finish at 5 the following morning. So I was like, that's fine.
How much training did we do for it?
0.
Perfect. Yeah. It's always a good way of doing it, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but in our head, we were both like, it's walking.
Yeah.
We were literally like, it's walking.
Yeah.
Okay? That is the honest to God truth.
Yeah.
Both you and I thought exactly the same.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were like, have you thought about what that is? You were just like, 100,000 steps.
No, a few of the girls in the gym were like, that's a hell of a lot of steps. And they started to worry me a little bit. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they were saying to me, Kristian thinks you're only doing 50,000 each. And I was like, no, it's 100,000 each. We're doing 100,000.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So that's how it all kind of began.
Yeah.
And then it was like, when are we going to do it? It was going to be next weekend, wasn't it? But I was like, oh no, I've got something on that weekend, so I can't do it. So we changed it to the 19th.
Mother's Day.
No one reminded me.
No.
Oh, by the way, it's Mother's Day until about 3 days before, and they were like, oh, it's Mother's Day. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, well, never mind. Okay. So we decided it was going to be Sunday the 19th of March. We're going to get up. We're going to go and stay at our cousin's house in London, and we're going to do it around London because, to be honest, London's a little bit more interesting than walking around Northampton. To be honest, you know, there are a few more things to see, probably a few more people to kind of look at. And it wasn't too busy but it got busier, didn't it? Anyway, so that's how it kind of all began. So we sorted out, find my cousin, can we stay? I think I sorted that out like Wednesday. Yeah, can we come and stay? Well, we're doing a challenge.
Yeah, and he was in Barnet, isn't it? He
lives in Barnet, North London.
So
the idea was Barnet, central London, and then kind of back again. When I started to look at that, it wasn't quite as many miles as potentially I thought it was going to be. So I'd kind of done a bit of I said to you, I think the way that people have done it on TikTok is they've kind of gone out for a run in the morning to kind of get steps under their belt and then gone back, had something to eat, and then got on the walk. So we said that's going to be the plan.
We went with that.
We went with the plan.
Yeah.
How much training have you done for your running? I was running at least once a week.
Zero. Absolutely zero.
When was the last time you'd run more than, say, a kilometre in one go?
In one go? Oh, God, I don't know. Yeah, years ago.
Ages.
Yeah, a long, long time ago. But I thought, we're going to take this run super, super slow.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, okay, I trust my fitness levels to manage
Yeah,
a slow run. It wasn't about how quick we did it. It was just about just banking loads of steps.
That's exactly it.
So that was my thought process.
That was my thought process. My thought process was, I've done 7K, so even if I got 7K in, I know that's about... I'd been working out in the week, hadn't I? Right, phone you up saying, 8,000 steps. If I did 45 minutes running, it really works out like 8,000 steps.
A lot of updates.
A
lot of updates.
There was a lot of working out how many steps. Yeah. So we said, yep, we're good for this. We'll go down Saturday night, get a good night's kip, get up in the morning, and then do that. What happened to me in the week? I got a problem with my foot on my right side. I was like, oh no. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to walk a lot of steps and a lot of miles. I'm going to end up in a lot of pain. So, booked in, had a physio, had a sports massage on my leg, which sorted me out a treat. And I was like, brilliant, I feel great. We drive down Saturday night, got there about 9, didn't we?
Yeah.
Had a quick chat with the cousin. And then we're like, right, bed. We've got to get up. What time?
Got about 4:30, ready to go at 5, didn't we? So we stepped out the door about 5.
I think it was a bit earlier than that.
Was it?
Yeah, it's about 10 to 5 we left.
Okay, 10 to 5 in the morning.
10 to 5, we left. Out we went.
For our run.
So we ran to a place called Potter's Bar. We'd already done a little recce the night before to just drive and see how far it was and the route we were going to take, which was a nice straight route there. Turn round, straight back, 6 miles. Okay?
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, we do this. We don't go particularly fast. I think we do like 7 minutes a kilometre. It was about that. Steady. Feeling good. We were both actually at the end of that, like, let's go and do a little bit more.
Yeah. This is where things start to turn a little bit for me. So, context and backstory. Left knee, not great. Purely from an operation when I was about 21 on like my cartilage. And so the scar tissue from there can get quite aggravated. So on the first half of that run, out to Potter's Bar, I just felt really good. I was like, fine, perfect. Turn around, come back, and then I start to feel it'd be really painful. I was like, oh no, this ain't going to be good if it started now. It's like, okay, we just keep going then. And so we kept going, obviously. Finished the run, did what, 15 kilometres?
It's just, it was at 14K, so it was about 16,000 steps, maybe a little bit more. No, it's about 16,000 steps, about 13K run.
Yeah.
But we were actually... I felt like at the end of that run, I thought...
Yeah, in myself, I felt fine.
I did.
Knee was hurting. I was like...
I didn't have any pain anywhere at that point.
No, I was in a bit of pain then.
See, I had not had any pain at that point.
Yeah, I was. But we got back. At what time?
6:40ish?
Yeah, had a shower. Had something to eat.
I didn't shower because I was like, I don't want to take my shoes off because I didn't get the feet out. Because at that point, I thought, if I've still got a long way to go, getting them back on could be a problem.
I get that. But I was like, no, shower, food, and then we left about 7, 7:15.
Yeah. Do you know what? In hindsight, we should have rested longer.
Maybe.
We should have run slightly longer. In my opinion, we should have run slightly longer at the beginning and tried to get 20,000 steps in.
Yeah, maybe. When we felt good.
Yeah, when we felt good. And then taken a longer break, a proper rest, maybe had a foam roller out, etc. I think we've been cautious about waking people up, weren't we?
Yeah, it didn't really cross my mind. I was like, right, just get up and get out. Let's go. Let's just try and get these steps down.
Yes, no. At that point, though, we were buzzing and we were like, right, we need to get a move on. Rather than thinking, there's a long way to go, we were like, in my head, I was like, yeah, buzzing. Let's just eat, chuck on the coat, long sleeve top, bit of a wash. Let's bang these 85,000 steps out. Yeah.
And then off we went. What, 7:15?
Yeah, about that.
So we walked from Barnet through East Finchley.
So it's Barnet, like Free and Barnet, Whetstone. Then it's down into East Finchley, Highgate. And we were going to this cafe.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to this TikTok cafe where they serve cake.
Yeah, where was it?
Hackney. So we have to go through... like Walthamstow. No, we
remember
were dropped. Like,
Marylebone that came up at one point.
A few dodgy places.
Yeah,
we were like, this looks a little dodgy. There's a lot of people probably still coming in from a night out.
Yeah.
Got to Hackney 11ish.
Yeah. How were you feeling at that point, Hackney?
Okay, so prior to that, I'd had that funny turn, didn't I? I said my hand went funny.
Yeah, you had a strange hand.
Like a strange hand thing. I was
situation.
like, oh, and I was like, my hand's gone funny. Is it because I'm doing such extreme exercise that it sent the rest of my body a bit weird? Also, by that point, by sort of about 10 a.m., the left leg had gone. The right leg, which was the leg that was the problem on that week.
That's when you had the physio on, wasn't it?
Had
The right
I
leg.
had the massage and everything. That was the problem leg, not a problem. The other leg,
Issues.
that just went.
Yeah.
Literally from the knee to the hip, there was just a dead leg. So for the next 24 hours, well, however long we were walking, I basically spent either a thumb or a knuckle jammed into the side of that.
Yeah.
What's called your IT band, which is down the side of your leg. And yeah, so that was pretty awful. But in my head, I was like, no, I can get through this. Through this.
Kind of had to do a few every like 15 minutes, just stop and get into a pain-free position, didn't we?
A lot of squatting.
Yeah, just get down.
Every 2 hours, there was some sort of tablet in the mouth or a gel massage.
Yeah, a lot of ibuprofen gel,
deep heat, freeze gel.
All of it.
All of it, just throughout. And off we go. So by the time we got to Hackney, I'm thinking actually, we were probably about 40,000 steps then.
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been.
It
must have been about 40,000 steps because by the time we got into central London.
Yeah, but before that, we get to this cafe.
Yeah, and I'm like, wicked. We find it after spotting a different cafe called this exactly the same thing, was an Indian curry house. Wasn't the one I was wanting. It was another, say, like half a mile down the road. We get there, and the queue's an hour long. We're like, no! I wanted the cake.
The only reason we walked there.
Yeah, and we'd already arranged for my husband and my daughter to come down and have lunch with us because it was Mother's Day. And I was like, you know what you could do to keep us going? So they were like, oh, yeah, all right, we'll come down then. So they come down. They'd said, we'll be in Leicester Square at 1:30. So we're like, okay. We'll head to Leicester
Yeah, so
Square.
we sacked off the cafe.
Sacked off the cafe. I said, we'll have to find cake elsewhere now. And we begin the walk into Central London, basically, into Leicester Square from Hackney. And that was 3 miles. And that took us we got there about 1:15, didn't we?
Yeah, we met them about 52,000 steps, didn't we?
Yeah. We were at 52. By the time we sat down, we were at 52,000.
How's the mindset at 52,000? How are you feeling?
Wicked.
Good.
We're like, mindset's like, we've broken the back of it.
Yeah.
Yours?
Good. I felt like we're over halfway. It was tough, like getting there. Like some parts were a bit like, oh, that took a while.
Yeah.
But no, I was feeling all right actually. It didn't feel too bad. Like I say, it was good to sit down and eat something and just.
Because we were both at the point where when you stopped and rested, there was no pain.
Yeah.
As soon as you moved, there was pain.
Yeah.
And so we were a bit like every gym, every physio we walked past, we were like, do you think they've got a massage gun we could borrow? Is there a foam roller in there? Do you think we could go in? If I just lay on the street, do you think we should just...
Someone help you out?
Someone will sort it out? No. A lot of squatting though, like lampposts.
Yeah.
A lot of all that sort
I was
of
getting to the point of toenails.
Yes, I'd said to you, didn't I? I said, I think my toenail's fallen off. It hasn't, but it felt like it was...
Yeah, I was getting like that. I was like, ooh,
wibbly wobbling in my toes. Have you fallen
No.
off? No, mine haven't.
All right, actually.
I've got a bit of a bulbous end on my toe.
Don't know what that's about.
But it's not fallen off. It's just a bulbous
there you go.
end.
That's fine.
Yeah. So that's we get there, we sit down, we wait for them, we spend lunch with them, which was good. We were like, eat.
Yeah, recover.
Couple of drinks, as in not alcoholic drinks. We like Diet Coke, plenty of water. That was one thing we didn't drink probably enough of is water on that set. But it wasn't particularly warm. In fact, it was at times quite chilly. We weren't really sweating.
No, we kept ourselves warm walking.
Yeah.
And it never felt like too hot or anything.
No.
It was pretty ideal, I think.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. It was pretty ideal. Dressed appropriately.
Yeah.
Had that. And then we were like...
They buggered off.
See you later. We said, do you want to walk to the next cafe with us and have a cake? No, we've got to get home. And now I've worked out why. You know who's on telly? Man United. It's the Man United game.
Football takes over.
He said, this doesn't really fit with my schedule. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
So off they bugger, and that is 3:30. So we'd had like a couple of hours break, which actually felt very nice. The next bit was really, really hard.
Yeah, this is where it kicked in. Just the
really
mental side of things.
Was super hard. We decided we were going to walk to Harrods because, well, there's something to look at. It's a little bit more interesting.
Find a massage
gun. Yeah, that was really actually the ploy. Let's see if Harrods have a massage gun. Maybe we could just stand there and use it for 10 minutes. So off we head. And it's busy, isn't it, now?
Yeah.
It's really busy in central London. There's like loads of people. And people kept bumping into me. And all I could keep saying to Kristian was, do they not know how many steps I've walked today? I wanted a sign that basically said, I have walked 25,000 or 52,000 steps today. Move out of my way. Still loads of pain in the left leg. Again, ran out of ibuprofen. Had to actually buy more. That was somewhere between Harrods and heading back towards Regent's.
Yeah, so we got to Harrods and we went to Harrods for a little bit.
We walked up and down, went through the food court.
Then from Harrods we decided to go to Camden, didn't we, to add some more steps in.
Yes, we were heading back to Barnet, but we were going to go via Camden.
Yeah. Because
we thought, well, that just adds some more steps on.
And then this is from Harrods
to Camden.
I think it's like, for me, the whole way back, I was just not in a good place in my head. I was like, this is taking forever. Like, what is going on? When is this going to end? And I really struggled to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I found it so hard because every milestone, it still felt like so long away. Like, you've hit 70,000. Got 30,000. You kidding me?
No, that 52 to 70 for me. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't. I was thinking every time we took a step, it felt like we were going back, almost backwards. And you try not to look at your watch, and you're like, "Are we there yet? No, we've only done 200 steps."
Yeah, that became hard. Like not wanting to know where you are and do it so quickly.
Yes.
So yeah, that was.
And the time, it felt like that point of time just took forever. It wasn't really nighttime, and it wasn't really daytime. Yeah. And it was just kind of going. And like you still in your head, we kind of knew we would finish around about 11, but we're just like, how do we keep that going? We did. Yeah, there's quite a bit of silence.
Yeah, we started talking to each other less and less and less.
Yeah.
And it was just hands in the pockets, and
head down.
Just keep walking. Yeah. You became numb to the pain a little bit.
You did.
For me, I was like, yeah, it's there. Just keep stepping. Like you're not getting out of this. No. Like you're in it now.
And then we went to McDonald's. That was quite a nice.
Yeah, a couple of stop-offs at a couple of McDonald's to get like Diet Cokes and
drinks.
Rub the gels in.
Yeah,
and take the tablets and all that
buy
kind
more
of stuff.
tablets and then we get back basically to East Finchley tube station, and we're like seriously like probably got another 3 miles back to Barnet from here.
See, that didn't sound too bad. Like 3 miles. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
but then
3 miles.
When you put it in steps, you're like,
yeah. It's not even that many steps.
No.
It's not actually that many steps.
I know.
Because we're walking on average about 6,000. In fact, it'd be interesting to see. I wonder if I can have a look now. Like it was about 6,000 steps an hour.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at my step counter. Activity. You can look at steps.
That second half for me was the big struggle. Like the only light I saw at the end of the tunnel was at 90,000. I thought, okay, we're actually nearly there now. Anything before that, I thought this is just not ending.
No,
this is really not ending. Like, what's going on? And because it was dark and we started to get into more like suburbs and stuff out of central London, like there wasn't much to look at or see or people.
It really was just about steps.
Just ended up just being me and you walking around
housing estates.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so we got to get another 1,000. But we did it.
Yeah.
What we've got to remember is we got home at 100,000 steps.
Yeah.
We did it in less than 24 hours.
True.
And we spent the day together.
True. That was a hell of a day. So,
if you're going to do it again, that I'm not.
No.
I'm never going to do that sort of thing
not again.
Yeah, never again. What would you do differently?
If we to do the same strategy, I would do a few more runs. Just
Yes.
more to
I
see
see.
how
I said,
the
didn't I?
knee would cope with it. As much as
Oh,
anything.
as in prior to.
Yeah.
Okay,
I do a
right.
few more runs prior to as training, essentially, just to see how the knee
Held up.
held up with things. If it didn't on training, then maybe I would have tried and say, let's try and adopt a different strategy because this is going to just annoy me the whole time round. Maybe like a few walks and stuff like that. I don't think I'd change like too much to things. Like, I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think not having a specific route actually helped because almost you were like, well, if I go wrong, I can walk.
Yeah, you just have more steps.
Yes, more steps, exactly. So I think if I was going to do it differently, I would probably run slightly longer at the beginning. So I would, and I would rest. So I'd probably go out at 5 and run for 2 hours to get as many steps in as I could.
Yeah.
Then rest for, say, a proper hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So you're going out like 9:30ish or like 8:30ish, whatever it is, and then just literally not rest as long at lunchtime. So maybe have more regular breaks.
Okay.
So really be strict on, okay, I'm walking 20,000 steps and then I'm resting.
Yeah.
I'm walking, but I'm only resting for like 20 minutes and then I'll walk again. I don't think anything else I would change.
No, I think it's a mental battle more than anything.
Oh, totally.
It's very much a mental
That
battle.
shows how strong we are, kids.
Exactly, resilient.
Never
back down.
Yeah.
Never give up. All that. But
the mental side is what kills you.
Anyone can step. Walk 100,000 steps. It's just about keeping mentally like strong with it. I think, and just keep stepping.
Yeah,
I think,
I mean, my mental, like
somebody
asked me, or Sarah asked me, she said, what kept you motivated? And in my head, I kept thinking, I've had a baby and that took 24 hours and that was way more painful. So if I can get through that, I can definitely get through this.
I was thinking, like, if I've set up for the 100,000 steps, I'm not going to back out at like 83,000.
No, and there were times when I was going, well, at 93, if we got back to Ken, should we just go back, rest, and then go out? But no, Kristian was like, no
just
way.
Get it done.
Yeah. Just get it done. And we did. We've done it. It was
hard
work.
Yeah, it was hard.
It was enjoyable. Probably not the right word.
Parts
I feel really like
accomplished.
Yeah. So since then, so we've been back like now, so a couple of days. How much rest have you had, Kristian?
Not a lot. So Monday, the day after, woke up, knee super swollen, and then I said to myself, I'm literally not moving today.
Yeah.
I'm not moving anywhere.
No.
So I got home.
Which we did.
Yeah, got home and basically just lay down for a day.
Yeah.
Which was brilliant.
Yeah.
Loved it. And then yesterday, I was in my mind. I was like, right, come on, back to it. Not bearing in mind, I don't think I'd worked out probably for like 4 days.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm going to smash out a workout.
Yeah, just do what I was doing beforehand. And then I did that last night, and that was hard. And everything now is just in bits. I was like, you probably should have eased yourself in a bit more.
Yeah.
But I've done it, and I'm here. And in terms of ailments from the walk, only major one was the knee.
Yeah. How is that now?
It's better, much better. It was super swollen on the next day.
Yeah.
And painful, like, because it was more painful when I was walking, like anything downhill.
Yeah, the downhill.
Anything like
up
was
and
flat
not
wasn't too bad.
It's down. It's killed us.
But yeah, the next day the knee was super swollen. Apart from that, calves were a bit achy.
No blisters.
0 blisters. That
That's
was
mental.
perfect. Love that. And then just tired and just like hip flexors right up here.
Yeah.
They were a bit tight.
Yeah.
But that was mainly it in terms of like any
Injuries.
ailments. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I got obviously on the Monday, I pretty much chilled, didn't do anything. Felt pretty ropey most of the day. In fact, when I got back from the walk, I felt like fluey. I said that, didn't I? I said I felt quite fluey. I think that was down to a bit of dehydration, really, more than anything. So then on the Monday, I'd already got an appointment with Alan, the chiropractor, so I went to that, and he basically did a lot of cracking, and I did feel better after kind of having a bit of a readjustment.
Yeah.
But the pain in the leg was like on the left-hand side of my left-hand side of my left leg was super painful. And it's still painful, I have to say. I think more down to, I think it's like an irritation more than anything, like a tendonitis type thing. So today, didn't work. I helped somebody I've worked and helped in one of the sessions last night doing some boxing for one of the ladies, and then today I've been in I've done a little light upper body workout. Nothing too crazy, nothing too heavy, to ease myself back in. Food wise, been trying to drink plenty of water, trying to eat properly, get back. First day was just like, just give me anything that I could just put into my mouth. It was a bit like pizzas and just crap. But the last couple of days has been better, having, you know, more nutritious food. Ailments wise, so left leg painful.
Yeah.
Blister on the top of the right foot. Didn't even realise till I took the shoes off. Blister on the right heel. Didn't know until I took the shoes off. Under the hard skin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so really every time step on that side. And then a blister under the boob from wearing the MyZone band.
Oh.
So wearing a heart rate monitor band that I totally forgot that I'd even had on. But it's given me a lovely little blister there,
nice.
Which again, didn't even notice till everything came off, and I was like,
And then collapsed.
Yeah, and collapsed on the bed. So, look, ladies, if you are up for a challenge and you fancy doing things, I would definitely say give things a go. You can always start it. You can always do training to get better at it. We've put out on the in Northampton. We're going to do a obstacle run on the. We're doing the Wolf Run, so that's a challenge for people. We're going to do the obstacle run in Milton Keynes, colour run in May. So, look, if you feel like challenging yourself, giving yourself something you haven't done before, you know, maybe don't start with a 100k challenge, but start off with something small and just build up and get better at challenging yourself and becoming more resilient, because that mindset of I can do anything, that determination will stand you in good stead.